you go from first to second gear, put your foot on the gas. There's not much left in the rearview mirror.
Power and speed fuel his passion. It's what he lives for.
You step on the throttle and it goes, yeah.
A rush that has driven him to become one of the best at restoring cars.
Build them right from scratch. I build the chassis and the whole car, really. The only thing I don't do is the upholstery and the paint.
Since he was a little boy, Al Clark has been tinkering with cars.
Like a lot of kids, they can't afford the cars, so we were building models.
From Hot Wheels to hot rods.
It was a dream job building these.
And ever since he can remember, Al has always had his eye on the Deuce.
Yeah, I always wanted a 32.
Henry Ford's 1932 Model 18. She was called the Deuce after the 2 in 32.
They've always been the car to get.
The car that marked the birth of hot rodding.
In 1932, it was the first V8, and they were lots of power for that type of car in those days.
Despite the Great Depression, the new Ford V8 got people revved up for a price they could afford. It had more horsepower, slick tires, a car built for power and speed.
Bonnie and Clyde had a 32 Ford, and they sent Henry Ford a letter thanking him for building a car that was able to outrun the police. You know.
By the late 1940s, the old Deuce became a platform for any kid with $75 and a dream of building a hot rod. But Al would have to wait.
It was way out of our league. I mean, we couldn't afford cars like that. The older guys had them, but you know, we were just young teenagers, and it's beyond our budget anyhow.
A Deuce was down the road for him, so at age 15, Al bought another car, rebuilt the engine, and later flipped it for a profit.
I just had to have a car, you know, and $45 I could afford, so it wasn't really the car I wanted, yeah.
Al never lost sight of the Deuce.
Deuce is the one that everybody wants.
Over the years, he continued to work, finessing his car skills.
So that's what I did. I started building cars, and before long, I had another one, and then I'm out 2 at a time, and yeah, it never stopped.
And after 20 years of car restoration, Al now has 2 of the coveted coupes.
Like the green car there, it's totally original in the body, except I have all late model running gear in it, new engines and transmission. It goes down the highway like a brand new car, whereas it looks like a 1 in 32. You know?
A duo of Deuces.
Yeah, it's the dream of mine to have 1, let alone 2. Yeah.
What started out as a passion for cars, specifically Ford's 1932 model, has now turned into the world's largest Deuce car show. Al's love for the Deuce inspired him to start Northwest Deuce Days, a car show for other hot rod enthusiasts.
The first Deuce Days in 1998 at a place called the Kinsman Gorge Park, and we had about 100 cars show up for it.
And now it has become world-renowned.
We've got one from Norway, one from Sweden. There's 11 of them coming from North Carolina. They've never been here before.
His craving for speed, power, the Deuce now brings other car enthusiasts together.
I've just got the last registration in yesterday. 1,175 cars registered, and about 570 of them are 32s. Yeah, so this is the biggest ever, biggest gathering of 32s anywhere in the world.
He would never have guessed the Deuce would lead him here. Al is satisfied in knowing that he's built his dream, and knowing that the cars he rebuilds with his very own hands are also making other people's dreams come true.
Driving a customized car or a hot rod, you always get lots of thumbs up and smiles. It really puts a smile on people's faces. You feel pretty proud.
A feeling that rejuvenates.
Yeah, you always drop a few years when you drive these.
Creating a rush that will always continue to get him fired up. I'm Lisa Pysmenny for Go on Shaw TV.